to the second edition of How Does the World Work? With yours truly, Tim Kilgore. Today's edition is about hasty generalizations. If you're not familiar with it, it's a logical fallacy that's described as being committed when a person draws a conclusion about a population based on a sample that's not large enough. For instance, if I went to Texas and ran into 15 Mexican immigrants who happened not to speak English, and I drew a conclusion from that data that all Mexican immigrants don't learn English when they come to America, right? Or more accurately, if I was really drawing that conclusion, I should probably say it like, all Mexicans don't learn American when they come to America, right? That sounds a little more accurate. Now, the reason this comes up is you might notice on my comments section, Jehovah's Witnesses saying things I mentioned in my first video not to say because they weren't true. Get a life. Let's see what else. Oh, you couldn't hack it in the organization because of your impure impulses, and you're trying to destroy the organization. Now, this is an example of hasty generalizations that Jehovah's Witnesses come up with for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. And I mean, they're not really hastily, and they're not really something that they're coming up with themselves. You'll notice if you read Watchtowers, these are all things that the Watchtower comes up with as hasty generalizations about ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. In fact, if you saw the Prodigal Son, what was that, the drama, the Bible, well, it wasn't a Bible drama, but it was the drama at this year's district assembly, the Prodigal Son. He left the Jehovah's Witnesses, promptly got a job that cost him going to meetings, got hooked on alcohol, or he became an alcoholic, and had promiscuous sex with two different girls, I believe, and then his boss got drunk, and they got into a drunk driving accident. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, hasty generalization. The reason I say hasty generalization is, let me hit you with some stats here. Jehovah's Witnesses have 7 million members worldwide. It's actually a shade over 7 million. However, they also have the lowest retention rate of any religion on earth. Now, that retention rate is from Pew Forum. So you can look that up and you can see the study. It's only 37%. So mathematically speaking, if there's 7 million Jehovah's Witnesses on earth, there are at least 5 million ex-Jehovah's Witnesses on earth right now. Now, I say at least 5 million because, you know, the range of Jehovah's Witnesses being alive would probably be from, say, like 1930-ish, around the 30s, all the way until, you know, we're alive today. 37% is a low number, so, I mean, there's a good chance there are more ex-Jehovah's Witnesses in the world than there are Jehovah's Witnesses in the world. Now, if I make a video that talks about Jehovah's Witnesses acting hypocritically, for instance, if I talked about, you know, an elder in my former hall happened to have an affair with a woman while he was married, he got caught, beat up the person who caught him, and the other elders covered it up. Jehovah's Witnesses are going to be quick to point out, hey, look, this isn't all Jehovah's Witness elders. Don't come to a hasty generalization here. Not all Jehovah's Witnesses are like that. Or if I bring up, say, Frederick McLean, or guy in Modesto, California, I can't remember his name. If I bring up Eunice Fry, Robert Souter, Timothy Gardner, it's another thing people are going to say, hey, look, there's 7 million Jehovah's Witnesses out there. You're bringing up 5 examples of extreme child abusers. That's a hasty generalization about Jehovah's Witnesses. So what I'm leading to is, why is it okay for Jehovah's Witnesses to hastily generalize ex-Jehovah's Witnesses as, you know, not moving on with their lives, trying to destroy the organization, being evil, drunkards, smokers, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, when there's at least 5 million ex-Jehovah's Witnesses out there? But it's not okay for other people to hastily generalize Jehovah's Witnesses based on a few cases, or even more than a few cases, of abuse in the Jehovah's Witness church. Seems to me like it's a double standard and a bit hypocritical. But I don't know. I'm just Tim Kilgore. You tell me. Do you find that to be a double standard? Do you find that to be hypocritical?
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Cutie the bomb, met her at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, I could tell you rock, I could tell by your charm. Fars girls, you got a flock, I could tell by your charm and your arm, but I'm looking for the one. Have you seen her? My psychic told me she'll have a like Serena, Trina, Gina for Lopez, 4 kids, and I gotta take all they bad to showbiz. Okay, get your kids, but then they got their friends. I pulled up in the Benz, they all got up in. We all went to den, and then I had to pay. If you f***ing with this girl, then you better be paid. You know why? Take too much to touch her. From what I heard, she got a baby by Buster. My best friend said she used to f*** with Usher. I don't care what none of y'all say, I still love her. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.